Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I am doing a prom makeup look. I know prom's around the corner, so I absolutely wanted to get this up for you guys ASAP so that you guys can have some ideas and kind of see what you guys want to do. And yeah, it's really late, pardon me for my weird intro right now, but I really hope you guys like the turnout. I'm really happy with it. This is definitely more formal, more dressy. I would definitely wear this to a more glam night out, especially prom or something like that. So yeah, I'm not gonna ramble too much, but if you guys want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. So to start any makeup look, what I like to do is prep my face, and I really love the dewy look in general, so I'm starting off my base with my NYX Illuminating Primer, and I'm just blending that all in using my fingertips. Next, for foundation, my go-to perfect foundations are the YSL Touche Éclat in the shade BD60 and my Loreal LUMI foundation in W5. They both have such a luminous finish, but the YSL one does allow it to dry down slightly more, so it does make it more long wearing and more skin-like. But both shades together give me that perfect tone for my skin, and I really love the finish. As mentioned, for some reason, I realized that these foundations seem to work best when I apply it and blend it using my fingers, so that's what I'm doing. Now for my current favorite concealer, I'm going over the foundation with my MAC Pro Longwear in the shade MC30, which really brightens the face, but it also gives me a really nice amount of coverage. And also I notice a slight luminosity, and I really love that. So this has been my go-to, and I'm just placing that in all the areas where I want that extra coverage and highlight. To avoid wasting product, what I normally like to do is apply it with my fingers, but then blending it in a little bit more with the mini beauty blender, just so that everything looks seamless. Now I also decided to add a bit of the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light Medium Honey for even more coverage and longer wear, because that's super important for any special event like prom. And I also noticed that this concealer has a slight peach undertone, and I feel like that's very good for under the eyes as well, just because it really helps cancel out any darkness. And again, I am blending that all in using my damp mini beauty blender. So now for one of my favorite parts. If you guys saw my last strobing video, you might know that one of my current favorite products for highlighting is the Cover FX Liquid Illuminating Drops, and I'm using the color Sunlight. Guys, this instantly gives such a healthy, beautiful glow to any makeup look, so I really thought it was essential to incorporate that in here just because we are wearing more makeup, and I just feel like adding that glow will really give a more natural finish to the skin, and I really love that. So I do like to apply that to my face straight from the applicator, and then I just like to dab that in with my middle finger, and just to take away a little bit of intensity and just kind of make that blend more seamlessly with the face, I do like to go in with my beauty blender as well. Now, once we are finished applying all our creams and liquids to the face, it is safe to go in with powders. So I am starting off by setting my concealer with my RCMA No Color setting powder, which I have found to be honestly the best powder for me because it doesn't give me that like unnatural chalky finish to the skin. And the best part is there's no flashback, which is always good. To apply it, I do like to go in with like a flat top type of sponge, and I got a set of like 30 from Forever 21, and I find they work great. And I'm just going to set that on my face and let it bake while I go in with the rest of my makeup. Next, I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick just to contour the face. This is in a dark shade, it's in shade 355. And I'm just putting that on the contours of my cheeks, on my forehead, under the jaw, basically all the areas where I kind of want to add a bit of dimension. I do like to apply it straight from the applicator, but then I do go in with my Sephora brush. I will leave the number down below, and I just like to go in circular motions and just with a light hand blend that all in. Now I'm ready to kind of get rid of all that baking powder. That sounds really funny. So I'm using some sort of large brush. You can use any kind of fluffy brush just to lightly remove that powder from your face before going in with the rest of your makeup. So to add even more dimension and color to my face, I do like to go in with a powder contour as well. This is my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This has been my go-to when I want a more intense contour. And I'm going in with the two darker shades, and I am using a pointed type of brush just to apply that in all the areas of my face where I had applied the cream contour. I do also like to go in with a smaller pointed brush for the more delicate features on my face, like my nose, under my lip, as well as on my eyelids. To blend my contour in place, what I actually like to do is grab a tiny bit of my NYX bronzer as well. This is in the shade Deep. And I kind of blend the contour and add a bit of bronzer at the same time to really bronze the face further and add a beautiful glow to the makeup look. To give a cleaner, more sharp finish to my contour, I do also like to go in a little bit with my RCMA powder, just underneath the contour as well, and I will let that sit for a little bit. Now for highlight, I am going in with my Carli Bybel palette using the two lighter shades and a more dense brush, and just lightly putting that on all the areas of my face where I really want to shine. Basically in the areas where I had applied the Cover FX drops. So basically the cheekbones, the forehead, under the chin, on my nose, and above my lip as well. A great way to add more moisture to the face and kind of let all the products set in together. I love to go in with my Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, and I'm just spraying that all over my face. Now for lips, this is probably one of my favorite things to do when applying my makeup. I am going in with my Malibu Lip Liner from Kylie Cosmetics, and I really like the formula of this because it glides on so easily that it's easier to overline your lips and kind of make them look bigger. So I definitely love that. And then going in with my ColourPop liquid lipstick in the color Times Square. This is a new favorite of mine when I go out because it gives a really beautiful color to my lips. It's still nude, but it's a bit darker. And I just love it, especially for the eyes I will be doing. It's just going to go so nicely together. Now moving to the eye look, I am using the Modern Renaissance palette, which is honestly the best palette ever. I just find the color payoff is incredible and the color range is very stunning. So this eye look, I started off by going in with the color Love Letter, which is a really nice hot pink shade. And I'm just applying that on the crease and blending that in. I really have been loving pinks, burgundies, mauves, and I just feel like these colors in general really make so many different eye colors pop, so I thought it was really a perfect look to share with you guys. Now going in with Real Gar, which is a medium burnt orange shade. I'm using that to add a bit more warmth to the lower part of the crease, and then I'm just mending the two colors together on the crease area to really give a beautiful warm color to my eye. Using the denser side of the brush, I'm now going in with a burgundy shade called Red Ochre to really add depth to the eye and a bit more darkness. Now I'm using my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Girly, and I'm just going to apply that directly to the lid area and concentrate that mostly on the midpoints to inner corners of the eye, just to really help open it up and add a really beautiful glowy sheen, which I always love. Going back in with my Modern Renaissance palette, I'm using a very similar light shimmery color called Primavera, just to seal in the cream shadow we just put and add even more brightness to the lid. To give more pop and color to the lid area, I'm now using the Carli Bybel palette from BH Cosmetics and putting that copper shade on the mid part of my lid, which I find adds something so beautiful to the overall eye look, and I'm so happy that I added it. Now concentrating on the lower lash line, I'm going back in with that hot pink shade called Love Letter, and I'm just kind of starting that from the outer part of the lower lash line to the center, and I'm also going to bring that back up just a little bit to the crease to accentuate the color on both the top and bottom of the eye and really give that balanced look. Then I'm going in with a more subtle burnt orange shade, and I'm starting from the midpoints of the lower lash line and bringing that towards the inner part of the eye, just to make everything kind of blend nicely together, and just blending everything in using my blending brush and making sure everything looks clean. And I also like to go back in with certain colors if I want it to pop more. So for my inner corner, I'm going back in with the color Vermeer from the Modern Renaissance palette just to make them pop. And for eyebrows, I am going in with my Annabelle eyebrow stick in the color dark brown, just to slightly fill in any sparser areas of my brows that I might have. For a special occasion, it's super nice to have really dramatic lashes, so I do want to put fake lashes today. I am using lashes from the brand called Kiss, I believe, and I basically cut part of the eyelash off just so that I can concentrate that mostly on the outer portion of my eye and still make it look dramatic, yet a little bit more natural. And to blend that all in together and add a little bit more darkness, I am going in with my NYX liquid liner. And this is the matte formula, I believe. And I'm just going to do a nice cat eye, nothing too drastic, but basically starting that mainly on the midpoints of the eye and bringing that outwards. I kind of feel my bottom lashes look super naked now, so I definitely want to add some darkness back in there. So I'm going in with my Maybelline Rocket Mascara, and I'm just applying that to my lower lashes. And this is great because this is the waterproof formula, so I know it won't smear throughout the night. Now to just set the brows, because I don't know why I didn't do it before, I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills tinted brow gel in the shade Espresso. After doing my eyes, I realized that I want to add a flush of color to my cheeks, and I'm staying within the mauve shades. So I'm going in with the MAC blush in the color Breath of Plum and just adding a little bit on the apples of my cheeks and bringing it upwards just above the contour. Now to set my entire look in place, I'm using my Makeup Forever setting spray. This is a really nice setting spray because it adds a lot of hydration and really accentuates that dewy look that I love. I also want to make my body look super nice and glowy, so I'm going back in with my Carli Bybel palette and using the lighter highlight shades and just concentrating that mostly on the shoulder blades as well as on my collarbone. And to clean up any makeup look, I do like to go in with a lip brush and my concealer and kind of just slightly fix my lip area as well as above the eyebrows just to really give a nice, clean, crisp look. So that is it for my finished makeup look. I really hope you guys like this. This is definitely something I would not only wear for prom, but for any formal special occasion or just on a night out when I want to look more glam. Now I want to show you guys what I would wear to a prom type of event. I love these types of dresses because they are so elegant and they really flatter a lot of different types of body types. So I definitely would recommend something like this. And I just wanted to show you guys several ways that you guys can wear it.
all.